Hey everyone, welcome back. Okay, so funny updates. So I went to go log into the paparazzi website and they deactivated my account. Shocking. Here's the thing though. You can make another one. It's not that hard. So, as I'm getting ready to unbox and go through all of the paperwork and stuff that's coming in this kit that's coming my way, it's on schedule to be here tomorrow by like 2 o'clock. I came across some videos by my former paparazzi upline. So I was a part of Paparockstars, that was the upline elite, and handling haters in your paparazzi business. How to reignite your passion. These are topics of videos that she has out there. Do as I'm doing. What does your paparazzi report card say? Start from where to stand, up your game, hostess rewards, hostess coaching, how to do a Facebook party, no excuses. I was going through all of her videos, but one video I have to react to. I gotta find it, and here it is: how to get your husband to support your business. David's over there. No, just no. And this is one I'm going to watch with you guys.
Laptop. Which one do you think is worth more?
A house is worth more than a laptop. Alright, so here we go. Talk about propaganda, you guys.
Hey friends, and welcome to the Paparockstars podcast. Here we chat about all things paparazzi. Tips, tricks,
oh, it's a podcast. So I'm going to make
all to help you grow and explode your paparazzi accessories business to rockstar success.
So she has a podcast on YouTube.
Hey there, rockstars, and welcome to another episode of the Paparockstars podcast. My name is Anya, and I am your show host. Today we're going to be talking about how to get your husbands to support your paparazzi accessories business. Do you want your husband?
I'm just going to say this right now. Dave, if you want to say anything, feel free to chime in.
I got nothing.
Well, not yet. You haven't heard anything yet.
To support you, of course you do. So here are a few ways that I have used to get my husband to support and even encourage my business. Before we jump into that, if you are busy, your hands can't quite take notes, if you're driving, doing dishes, taking care of the kids, whatever is going on, I totally understand. And I've got your back. If you head on over to paparockstars.com/husbands, you can get all the show notes for today, even a cute call image that we'll talk about in just a second, the resources, the call challenge, everything is right there for you. And if you want to hear some of the other episodes that we have, paparockstars.com, you can search the archives and all the topics that are out there, see what is there for you. So that call image that I just talked about, it's really a cute one today. It's Ryan Gosling all dressed up and looking pretty hot. And then the words say, "Hey girl, you look so beautiful in your paparazzi accessories. Here's $20 to buy some more jewelry." Or have you ever thought about starting your own jewelry business? I'd love to support you. I just think that is so cute. You're welcome to go over there to the website at paparockstars.com/husbands. Snag that image, use it on your Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, however you would like to. We've made it for you. Let's jump right into the training today. So, one of the biggest challenges a lot of consultants have, not just in paparazzi, but in pretty much any direct sales companies, is they want their husband or significant other to support them or support them more in their business. So today we're going to talk about several ways to get that support and encouragement. The first tip comes
if you
from
were making
Tom
money,
Frank.
you could
Now,
support
if you've
your
ever met
wife,
Tom Frank, you know that he is just an awesome guy. He's the husband to Maven A-lister Robin Frank. We were at a training meeting. There was about 100 of us there, and
so he's the husband of Robin Frank. He's the real estate guy from Salt Lake.
Okay.
And they were big on flipping houses right before the market crashed. And so, she technically retired her husband. But Robin Frank is the one that has all those crocodile tears. And you remember the videos I was making fun of like a month ago?
Yeah.
The people that have that huge garage full of jewelry.
Oh, yeah.
That's Robin Frank. Okay.
Why would you even have to convince your husband to help? Like, if you're bringing in like all this extra money, like I think your husband would go out of the way to help you, right?
You would think,
I mean, I would.
but that's only if I got in at the ground floor of an MLM.
But instead, if getting your husband to help is like investing more into your future that will never come.
But that's the other thing between you and me. We have an ethical and moral backbone. So if you knew that I was ripping off people and encouraging people to go into debt, would you support that?
No.
Exactly. Because you are an ethical person with a moral backbone. You would be like, honey,
I mean, how was
this
that
is
different
predatory.
if you were like, hey, honey, I just got all these PS5s. They fell off a truck. You want to go help sell them out of the back of my car? I'd be like,
no, bitch, you're taking those to the police station.
Yeah, we're not selling stolen PS5s. Get the hell out of here.
Exactly. Because, even though we're not religious people.
Or even if they weren't stolen, right? Even if you're like, help support me in my business scalping PS5s. Perfectly legal, but scummy to do, right? And rips people off. I'd be like, I'll pass.
Yeah, you wouldn't support me in doing that. You'd be like giving me a good talking to, like, honey, use your brain. Use your heart.
You're hurting people.
Yeah, you are physically, financially hurting people. Don't victimize people because you had some sort of good fortune. And that's, we're only 2 minutes in and I'm already pissed off about this. So
Robin, before she started her training, said, is there any questions you have? And one of the ladies raised her hand and said, I have a question for Tom. And Tom comes up from the back of the room and she says, how do you get your husbands to support you more in your business? And all of us are like, oh, great question. So we grab our pens and our notebooks and we are ready to take notes. And he said, are you ready for this? And we're like, yes, bring it on. And he says 3 simple words: feed the man. And we were all like, what? So he went on to explain that, above all, men are happy when they're fed. So if you have a party or an event in the evening, have a meal ready to go, like in the crock pot or something in the oven. If it is a designated party night,
This is such a Utah thing to say.
It is, yeah. I don't know what's more insulting, that that men only think with their stomachs, or that women are only good for cooking.
Okay, so feed the man.
Feed the man.
David's fully capable of feeding himself, although
I mean, if you want your husband to help, maybe you getting him to cook his own dinner on the nights you're doing parties, right?
Here's the thing, though. We don't have kids.
Still, if we had kids and you had a legitimate business, I mean, when we were
fostering.
Yeah, we were fostering. How many times did you cook dinner because I was working?
All the time.
Right? Like.
And then on weekends, I would go do real estate open houses and stuff, and you would stay home with the kids.
Right. So, like, is that not helping with your business?
That was totally helping with my business, and you were also giving me a few hours of sanity because I got to get out of the house.
This whole thing seems like the actual question is, my husband keeps asking what all these bills are for, and he doesn't understand that I'm building my business, and it will all turn around and make us rich.
Yeah.
He just wants to know why we don't have enough money to pay the car insurance this month.
Because I spent it on $5 jewelry.
Because I'm a girl boss.
A pizza ready to go, or tacos, or even chicken. Just something so that the man is fed. As long as there is a plan to keep his tummy happy, he's going to be a lot happier as well. Number 2, speak his language. So I've been with several other companies before I started Paparazzi Accessories. To say that my husband was excited when I wanted to start this business would be kind of a stretch. How did I get him to agree? Well, I told him that my first $300 in profit would go to buy him a gun. He absolutely...
Guns, God, and jewelry.
Look, my parents are totally into the gun culture, so I'm not going to be, but it just sounds bad.
I'll buy you a gun so you can shoot me later.
My first $300 profit, we're going to start killing stuff.
We're going to go to the shooting range. I mean, we're not gun people. Dave and I are not gun people. So
Not unless they're virtual guns.
yeah, but yeah. So by my first $300 in profit. The only way I got profit was when I shut down my business. I stopped having all those expenses, and I actually discounted the jewelry to $3.50. And it took me selling almost half of my inventory to
Break even.
get my first profit. It was only after I sold half of it that all the debt was paid off, and I was making profit.
Yeah.
And what did we do with that profit? We bought this.
Oh, is that what you got?
That's what I bought with my profit as a reward for getting half of that crap out of the house.
You are extremely lucky you even broke even.
I know I am.
Because a lot of people, even if they decide to leave paparazzi and sell stuff at a discount, are going to have a hard time unloading all that product.
Lily's down here on the bed next to my desk, nesting right now. It's hilarious watching her from behind. She's like, all right, so speak his language, buy him a gun. Okay.
Gun. So bribe him is what you say.
Well, you know, Leanne Stidham of LuLaRoe, her mom wrote a book that says you get on your knees and please your man to get him to buy you whatever you want.
You know, and I bet by profit, she meant my first $300 in sales, not my first $300 in profit.
Yeah, because we both know that there is no profit to be had in this business, especially if you're following the inventory loading guidelines set down by Mr. Taylor Kirby.
Exactly. And if she bought one of the starter kits, her first, how much was the starter kit? Like $99?
$99 plus $5.95 shipping plus $5 tax on the $5.
How many pieces are in the starter kit?
35 pieces.
35 pieces at $5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then they tax you on the $5 retail value, not the $2.75 purchase price. You should see his
I'm
face
doing
right
math
now.
in my head, right? So
He
like
looks so confused.
40 pieces at $5 would be $200, and that's not profit, right? You got to take off the 100 you paid.
Oh, well, yeah, but they don't tell you that. That's Papa math.
Yeah. So your actual profit would be like $50. So even if you sold everything in that kit, you wouldn't even have $300 in sales, not to mention.
It's $175 value according to their website.
All right.
So you spend $99 to make.
That sounds like right. That's how much you'd make in sales. So you'd have to do 2 of those to even make $300 in sales, but that's not $300 in profit.
Right. And the $300 starter kit has a retail value of $600. So when you sell everything that comes in the small home party kit, there's your $300 profit. It would be
less. So it's $600 in sales.
Yes, but I don't know why my camera's not focusing.
But the wholesale isn't quite $250. If the wholesale is $250, it would be $300 of profit, not counting buying envelopes and stamps and all the other expenses.
Yeah,
would actually be less, but yeah, that would be more like $250, somewhere around there, $275 maybe.
Yeah, because you have to pay for postage to get the kit.
Just in raw numbers of the items, yeah, and then take off any extra expenses like postage, like envelopes, like
pegboards.
Oh, did you buy a webcam or
your internet,
a ring light, all the other expenses that you probably made.
By the way, everybody, I still have a ring light. Do you want to know where it is right now? It's in David's office. He sits in the dark all day. So he took my ring light and he points it kind of towards the back of his desk so he has a little bit of light. But yeah, he sits in his office in the dark most of the day, and the ring light gives him just the right amount of light so he can do his work and see his keyboard.
Well, if I turn the overhead light on, I just get glare on the monitor.
Yeah, which is why he uses.
So I use the ring light when I have when I have meetings.
Yeah, he turns it on so they can see him. So, all right, we got to go back to this. We've been talking too much.
Absolutely just loves hunting, and buying guns had been in our budget before. He usually ended up borrowing one from my dad or from his dad if he wanted to go out shooting or hunting. I'm sure he was still a little bit doubtful, but he agreed to let me go ahead and try, and I'm sure he was hoping I'd make at least that much. Well, I blew it out of the water. I ended up handing him $1,000 for his gun fund, and it left him completely speechless. The moral of the story:
The moral of this story is this. I can't listen to her talk, so I'm just going to read from this blog because it seems to be word for word right now. So the moral of the story, find something your hubby loves and use it. If he's a sports enthusiast, play for satellite TV upgrade to the premium sports channels during his favorite season. Is he a fisher? Buy him a fishing trip. Does your man love cars? Give him some cash to upgrade his wheels or rims. All guys have their hobbies, even if it's just watching TV. Find something that your man would love and use some of your paparazzi profits to give that to him. You'll be surprised how much more supportive he gets when he can see the upside of your business too. These results are not realistic. Someone blew it out of the water and sold $1,000 worth of profits. I'm guessing this story is coming from Brittany, Frank, and what's her face, Frank, Mama Frank, the divas, because they went balls to the walls, you guys. They went and bought back in the day, the starter kit that was $3,000. They spent $3,000 to join Paparazzi, and that was each of them. They each spent $3,000 to get inventory, and then what did they do with it? They started going to conventions. What conventions? They would go to what is in Utah called the What a Woman Wants show. How do I know this?
All the Southtown conventions.
Yeah, the only reason I know this...
outdoorsman shows.
Yeah, the outdoor shows and the What a Woman Wants shows. And the reason I know this is because I worked those shows when I was a realtor. I would go and work those shows. And I can't tell you how many MLM vendors were at the What a Woman Wants show. We had LuLaRoe vendors, 3130 vendors, Prove It vendors, pharmacy. Oh, God. There was an Herbalife vendor.
If that story's true and she handed him $1,000, one, I bet it was from sales, not profit, right?
Yeah.
And two, I wonder how much of it came from her downline.
Yeah. If she was brand new, how much of that $1,000 when she blew it out of water, did she build a team? Did she get the buyer bonus? And did she get those 10% from everyone directly below her? Okay. Yeah. So let's go to this next one. Stop complaining. Our men just want to see us happy. So if you come home from a party or an event and tell him everything that went bad that was bad, they're going to naturally become defensive and want you not to do parties or events because of the misery it's causing you. It's their neutral protective instincts kicking in. Now, this came from Papa Frank, the husband of, Crocodile Tears and the dad of the daughter. Solution, talk about the good things that happened when you were doing your business. Toxic positivity. Right there. Even if you had a bad party event, talk about the upsides. For example, if you had an event where you paid $200 and only made $60 over 2 days, don't come home and complain about the money you lost and the time you wasted.
Don't
tell no about the... Oh, sorry, puppy. I just clapped my hands and she freaked out. Don't tell about the stuff that was bad.
Don't let your husband accurately know how you're really doing.
Yeah, lie to him.
Yeah, lie to him.
But, if you're married, your marriage should be built on trust, loyalty, respect. Don't lie to him. I get to buy new jewelry. I love reordering. Why? You didn't make any money. I have some great leads.
It already cost me $200 to get $60 back, but you know what?
I'm going to take that $60 and buy more jewelry. I have some great new leads to follow up. That's where the real money is. Yes, I have some great new leads. I have some new people I can dupe into joining me in this business and saturate the market.
I'm not thinking new customers to sell jewelry to.
I'm thinking
downline, yeah.
I'm thinking new recruits.
That's exactly what she's talking about.
I met some great new vendor friends. One might even do a party. So I met another MLMer who has something that I want to buy. So she might even do a party, and then I'll do a party for her, because this is such a Utah thing. Have your friends do a party, and then have those friends book a party so you get more free stuff. And the cycle just goes on.
Scratch the MLM, you scratch my back.
I scratch yours.
If we do a Tupperware party for you,
you need to do a Pampered Chef party for me. And if you do a Park Lane Jewelry party for me, I'll do a paparazzi party for you. Yeah. I got my name out there. Yeah, well, I got my name out there doing the shows too at the real estate. And yes, I got good leads. But what were those leads? Those are actual buyers and sellers of homes. And I wasn't trying to recruit them to hire me. I got leads that I followed up on, and then I went and interviewed for the job and got the job. But I didn't have to have them join me in my real estate venture. All they did was sign a contract, ask me to help them buy or sell a home, and I got paid when the deal closed. I didn't get residual income off them after the house had sold. Oh my God, this is disgusting. All right, so sometimes it might be a little difficult to look on the bright side, but all of us have events and parties that flop. The trick is to tell hubby the good parts and focus on the positive. Yeah, start giving your husband that toxic positivity from that bite model, and don't let him know that you're in a cult. A commercial cult. As in
words, lie by omission.
Yeah, lie by omission. The trick is, as an added bonus, looking on the bright side will help you stay positive too. But don't forget, if you are discouraged, you can always tell your upline, and they'll always help you find ways to improve so you can prepare for your next booth or party so you can kill it.
They'll always help you spend more money.
Exactly. Your upline will always help you spend more money, because that's where their pocketbooks get filled. Because remember, their income is dependent on your spending. So, show him the money. Money talks. Show him how paparazzi is making you money. God, I wish that was true.
Yeah, keep actual bookkeeping, not just sales. I want to know when you broke. What's your break-even point?
Yeah. When did you actually break even? Do you actually do bookkeeping? Because
yeah, you flash $100 in 20s, but don't tell them that, right? You had to spend $300 to make that $100, and you're still $200 in the hole. Like, you might think you're doing great.
Yeah. So, do any paparazzi consultants actually do bookkeeping? Do they keep a book showing what their inventory costs were, their startup costs were, supplies, internet, phone, time? Because time, you should account for your time. And I know there's a lot of women out there that don't account for their time. Like I said earlier.
Yeah, even if you squeak by with a profit, if you had to work 12 hours a day to do it.
What could you have done with your time that was better spent?
Have you ever heard of opportunity costs?
Yeah, that is, they don't talk about that though.
Yeah, like if you literally could have made more money driving Uber for those 8 hours, then you've lost opportunity costs, right?
Yeah, you have.
Even if you squeaked out a profit, like if you haven't squeaked out more profit than doing something something else you could easily do, then
yeah,
why the hell are you doing this?
If you spend 12 hours to make $60, 12 hours to make $60, because that's what's in this blog. So let's do some math.
$5.
So what? $2 an hour?
$60 divided by 12?
Yeah. Oh, that's $5 an hour. You're not even making federal minimum wage. So
I love how you can't do your 12 times tables anymore.
Shut up. Leave me alone. I'm having a brain fog day.
I don't need to remember that.
Babe, I thought it was Thursday this morning. I got up and went to the doctor's for my doctor appointment. I drove all the way up there in rush hour traffic in Seattle, which sucks.
In the rain, too.
In the rain. Only to find out that I was there on the wrong day. I'm not having the best day. So yeah, I can't do my 12 times tables. I can't even do my hair. Leave me alone.
But honestly, if you work 12 hours to make 60, you probably haven't made 60. you've probably just done 60 in sales.
Yeah.
Which if you still, if that's not more than half of your unsold inventory, then you haven't made a profit.
Right. And for me, 12 hours of work for me is $295.80 before taxes. That's a hell of a lot more than $60. Just saying. All right. So let's.
How much driving for Lyft or Uber could you make in that 12 hours, right? And that's not even a good job. That's a sucky job.
If you drive for Uber or Lyft and you work, they won't let you work 12 hours straight.
No,
you can only work 8 hours.
Still.
You on average.
Is it more than 60?
It's like 600.
Right, exactly.
So, at least where we live, it's like 600.
Yeah.
So, guys just want to make sure that we are happy and not wasting our time. What better way than showing him the fruits of our efforts? Sorry.
So buy him fruit.
Buy him fruit.
Get him a fruit basket.
Here's some pears, babe.
It goes back to number 1. Keep him fed, right?
Yeah, keep him fed. Show him the fruits. Okay, take him to paradise. One of the things that has sealed the deal with my hubby and his support of my paparazzi accessories business was going on the incentive trip. No! No! Something.
Spend time in the cult.
Yeah, come with me. Spend time in the cult. Something about spending a week kid-free for the first time since we had kids on a sandy, sunny beach, snorkeling, swimming, and sharks, touring the countryside of the Dominican Republic because we have to go to the orphanage and donate the bench with our name on it, so, we can't do anything charitable anonymously, and dancing until 3 a.m. He was sold. Plus, you can earn your trip and his is free, which saves money and gets a great trip. How do you earn your trip?
Rip off a lot of people in your downline or spend a lot of
Build
money?
a team and spend a lot of money.
Somebody's paying for it. Nothing's free.
Yeah, you're paying for that trip, people. It may be an incentive trip, but trust me, you paid for that trip.
And if you're not paying for it, that means
somebody else is.
That means all those people in your downline are.
Yeah. Talk about a win-win. These trips are amazing and sure to put a smile on his face. Well, you know what? Like I said, go to last-minute cruise deals, find a port close to where you live, drive there, park your car, get on the boat. And trust me, you will save a bunch of money and you won't have to buy a house full of jewelry to get there. If he's on the fence about your business, this is a must to help him experience the joy of paparazzi. No. Just no. All right. Number 6, MOPS. M-O-P-S. Men of Paparazzi Support. It's an official part of paparazzi. They have a support group for the husbands.
It sounds like a double A meeting for ex-paparazzi.
Right? It should be. This group is dedicated to supporting paparazzi husbands and male consultants with ideas, fun activities, and male bonding. Some of these husbands are full-time employees of the wives, and others are still sitting on the fence. My hubby has found some really cool guys to hang out with in MOPS. It makes being in a company that's mostly female fun and a little more exciting for them. Here's the challenge to the end of this podcast that I couldn't stand listening to her voice anymore. Think of 3 things that would speak to your husband. Choose one and start a plan to get him excited about your business. Post your comments below. There's no comments below.
I would think just the W-2 returns showing that you were actually making a profit would be enough.
Yeah.
Right?
And then they made a meme that says, "Hey girl, are you looking for some cute paparazzi jewelry? Here's $20. You can get more. Or better yet, let's start your own papa business."
Let's start your own business.
I hate the hey girl.
Hey girl.
Hey girl, hey. Ugh.
I don't think I've ever had to get you on board with my job by bribing you with stuff or taking you to our Christmas party. Usually all you have to do is see
Honey,
my tax return and be like, oh yeah, you're not leaving your job.
No. I know that you put yourself through school. You were the first person in your family to put yourself through college. and you graduated
That's
with
not
honors.
True. My dad got a bachelor's degree.
Okay, well, out of your brothers and sisters.
Okay.
I'm talking about all of your brothers and sisters. You got your bachelor's degree with honors,
Mm-hmm.
and then you put pedal to the metal, and you worked at shit jobs until you found the job you are at now. And when the studio closed and we didn't know what was going to happen, you knew I was on board to go wherever you want to go to continue to pursue your dream. Because I did not want my husband to be unhappy with what he was doing with his life. I loved how excited, and I still love how excited you are.
I'm just saying, I never
with
had
your
to,
job.
I never had to bribe you with stuff. I never had to take you on fancy vacations.
Oh, he had to bribe me with stuff.
I'm not saying I don't bribe you with stuff. I'm just saying I don't have to bribe you.
No.
I mean, you did our taxes. You know very well, how much I'm making. I don't have to like try to butter you up to keep having you let me work. Like, if Paparazzi made an actual decent profit consistently, and not an actual profit, not just sales, not just spend $200 and get $100 back. And you could show that when we did our taxes, right? I'd be like, holy crap, you made, 70 plus thousand, like you made over $70,000 selling Paparazzi. And if you made, I would be like, I would be on board. You would not have to convince me with fruit baskets and meatloaf and deadly weapons. I would be on board.
And the only reason, so I had to do our taxes this year. The only reason that we had to pay taxes this year is because I was working and I had a really nice jackpot at the casino. And even with my win-loss statement, I couldn't counteract all of those losses with the win. So we ended up having to pay taxes this year. But thankfully we didn't have to pay that much because I upped my tax deduction to like high amounts. So, because I knew that that casino winning was probably gonna bite us in the butt, and it kind of did.
Bite us in the butt. Oh, poor baby! You have to pay taxes on your giant winnings.
Yeah, boo-hoo. But you've been super, super supportive with me trying to find my next path. And so here's the update with the TSA job. My medication for fibromyalgia does not allow me to work for the TSA. The fact that I had sleep apnea before I lost weight does not allow me to work for the TSA. Am I going to dispute it so I can get the job? No. Why? Because I was offered a different job with a different company in the airport, so I'll still be at the airport, but I will be David's turning on the water. I will be a supervisor lead of this company. So I increased my income, and I'll still be dealing with the public, but I won't be working for the Department of Homeland Security. So if there's ever an emergency, I'll have to come in. No, it's good. So I start this new job April 1st. I'm looking forward to it. But for right now, I'm finishing up my tenure where I'm at. And I'm enjoying making content on my days off. And yeah, how to get your husband to support your paparazzi business. When I saw that, I was like, oh, good God. I was just flabbergasted, disgusted, and I was just like...
Smile, buy him stuff, smile, and lie by omission.
The thing where feed the man, speak his language, stop complaining, show him the money, take him to paradise, and mops. Men of paparazzi support. So don't complain about the fact that you're not making any money because you won't get support from your husband. He'll actually talk you into quitting. Take him to paradise on an incentive trip. No, don't garage qualify for an incentive trip. It's dumb. It's stupid. Don't do it. I'm going to say that over and over again. Show him the money. Yeah, when you actually make some and you have accurate bookkeeping, you can show him the money. You can show him how much you're losing.
Yeah, you wouldn't need that list if you could actually show him the money.
Right? The stop complaining. No, you can complain all you want so he can talk some logic and sense into you. Speak his language. Don't bribe your husband. You shouldn't have to bribe your husband. And if you do, I feel bad for you. I really do.
You have to bribe your husband to let you work.
I don't have to bribe David for anything. I tell him, hey babe, this
That is a weird, very like stay-at-home Mormon mentality. Bribe your husband to let you work.
Well, yeah. I mean, I like when I'm like, I'll go into him like, hey, I'm thinking about something. I want to run this by you. And I'll tell him what I'm thinking, and I'll be like, okay. Or if it's something, he'll give me like some real advice, which is one thing I love about him is like he'll give me some real concrete advice, and he'll be like, is this truly what you want to do? And even when in fact, the day I got my starter kit from Paparazzi, you came home and you said, what the hell is this? And what was my response? I don't remember. I think my response was, well, it's not LuLaRoe. Because he talked me out of doing LuLaRoe, which I'm grateful he did.
Be bad if it's not the famously bad MLM.
Yeah, I think that was what I said. It's not LuLaRoe. And then you said, okay, are you going to make money doing this? And I said, I did my homework. I did my research. And here's the thing, you guys. Where did I do my homework and where did I do my research? On the fucking Paparazzi website. I didn't step outside of it. And trust me, I looked because I even typed in, is paparazzi a scam? And back then, there wasn't a lot of like anti-MLM content out there. The first time there was anti-MLM content was Savannah Marie's. And she did that one. In fact, I'm going to look that up real quick.
Probably more. Probably nothing that cut through the Google filter, right?
Yeah, but let me go into it was Savannah Marie's video. It was the first video I saw where she talks about paparazzi. I mean, how long ago was this? I mean, she's got stuff from years and years ago. But let me go into, I'm going to type in Savannah Marie paparazzi.
I Googled, is this a scam? And Google said no. So I did my research.
It was 2 years ago. And it was when she was just brand new. So it was 2 years ago. Paparazzi, do not join. And her hair was super duper short. And when she posted this video, it was called Paparazzi Exposed. Let me mute that. Sorry. So when did she post this? And it was before she even said Mommy Tsunami. So August 26, 2019. That was the first anti-MLM paparazzi video that had ever gone out there. And I was already in over my head in August of 2019. So I had been in paparazzi for 9, almost 10 months at that point. And when I watched this video, that was when I started questioning everything. And then we went on our trip to Australia, New Zealand. I'll just say we went on our trip to New Zealand because we never really saw Australia. When we came home and I walked into the house and I saw how much shit was in the house, and I was like, if we're going to be stuck at home and quarantined, I got to do something about this mess. And I quit 2 days after we got home. And then I started discounting everything on my website. And what was really funny is when I discounted everything on the website and Paparazzi Hun's active consultants saw that I was selling, here's the thing. I was shipping my product out to them faster than Paparazzi Corporate was shipping out to their consultants. So I was treating my customers better than Paparazzi was treating their customers. Because when you are a consultant, you are a customer. I've said that a million times.
You're the real customer.
Yeah. You guys are the real customer. Your customers are not the customers. The customers are the consultants. So
Your paparazzi's customers. Your customers, they don't care because they don't care if you sell it or not.
Yeah. You take on the risk by buying the product through the fear of missing out, by hitting up those new releases when they drop every single day. When those new releases hit the back office, you guys go crazy fighting over them to get them in your cart and to check out at lightning fast speed. That is the way they want it. They want you guys to think that you're going to miss out on selling that new hot item. But as we all saw, Taylor Kirby's Black Diamond Bringback, it sat there for like 2 days. That stupid Moana fish hook necklace sat there for 2 days. And the other thing that sat there for quite a little bit before it sold out was, what was the other thing that sold out real fast? Those stupid, glittery, iridescent-y, ugly things. So, but those things, that's their bread and butter right now. Iridescent rhinestones. But all the gold, copper, and stuff, and all the bringbacks from when I was an active consultant, those things are still sitting there, not moving. The tumbleweed necklaces, not moving. But, you know, if it's got an iridescent or mermaid or oil slick, gone within minutes, which is really sad and really stupid. And then, of course, the names of this shit. Yeah, let's call stuff refugee. That's real smart. Oh,
Did you find one with the name refugee?
Oh yeah, that was on my video earlier today. They have a pair of earrings called Riverbed Refugee. And I said, way to go, paparazzi. With everything going on in the world, that's really tone deaf.
Riverbed Refugee.
Yeah. It's really tone deaf. And then they have all those stupid bobby pins, the oil slick bobby pin and the mermaid bobby pin that who would spend $5 for a stupid goddamn bobby pin? It doesn't make sense to me. Let alone $2.75. It makes no sense to me. So yeah, but don't tell your husband because he won't support your paparazzi business. And with that, I think David and I are going to go watch some Critical Role or something. So have a good night, you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.